Alright, YouTube, thank you for tuning in. And today let's talk about Borderlands. I can't think of any game that is so much fun to play in co-op especially as is Borderlands 2. As you'll see here is a video of me playing alongside a friend, and it's just so crazy. It's a lot of fun, you know, shooting and helping out each other with boss fights. It's just mayhem and a huge amount of fun. I'm always looking forward to playing Borderlands 2. So, when recently 2K and Gearbox Software announced that this year we'll see the release of Borderlands the Pre-Sequel, I was super excited. And the new game, will take place between Borderlands 1 and 2 and chronicles Handsome Jack's rise to power, basically. But I do also have some reservations about this new game. Personally, I would have liked to see a full-blown Borderlands Part 3 rather than a standalone expansion much in the vein of Borderlands 2, as that seems to be the case here. It's a game that Gearbox Software themselves are not developing, but they leave the honors to 2K Marin, I think, in Australia. So that sort of set me thinking. And also the short developing time seems like they will sort of rush the game with the old engine, adding some new territories and some new characters and weapons and perks and stuff. So that could be a lot of fun, but I mean, once released, they will probably start dumping DLC packs and stuff to keep the money coming in, and I have no problem with that, but it sort of feels like they're sort of trying to maintain momentum and trying to feed people more Borderlands, as only recently I think they stopped releasing DLC for Borderlands 2. Anyway, again, I would have rather seen Gearbox going back to the drawing board, coming up with a new story, a new setting, and most importantly, fixing the stuff that was not so good about Borderlands 2. In my opinion, there are some things that could be fixed, especially in terms of storytelling. Most of the time, the action sort of gets in the way of things when you're sprinting between conversations and completing all kinds of objectives, even before NPCs have even given their instructions to you. And also much of the humor is sort of lost when you're only concentrating on the killing and the mayhem and the explosions that are going on. So that sort of bugs me. There should be a more maybe linear but more better storytelling so that you actually know what you're doing. Something else, Borderlands 2 did offer more variety in terms of scenery and setting, more than the first game, but still you were forced to revisit certain areas that you had cleared before. Now, the new setting for Borderlands the Pre-Sequel is going to be the moon, and there's some kind of space station, so I don't know if that will offer a lot of variety in terms of places that you will visit. I also have questions about the length of the actual game, especially if there's a lot of DLC coming after release. Now, especially in co-op, in Borderlands 2, I found that there was a lot of loot to find in the game, but most of it was pretty useless, or you got guns, especially pistols and machine guns are pretty useless compared to the stuff you already have in your backpack. So but I guess that sort of depends on the character you play in this game. But still, I know it's part of the formula where you keep going and trying to find that one special gun, but I would like to see more and more diverse and better loot in Borderlands, the Pre-Sequel, basically. Also, the AI can be improved, as most of the enemies are pretty bad. They sort of charge at you and do nothing much else, so that's sort of bothering me. So I would rather have seen Borderlands 3 where that stuff is fixed. Now, Another disadvantage or a bad thing, well, not really bad, but it's sort of surprising that in Borderlands 2 the matchmaking is somewhat silly, and to me it doesn't really make sense to jump into a game of somebody else who is of much higher level. There's no fun playing that. So, but still, all the good stuff in Borderlands 2. The character progression, the shooting, the humor, the boss fights, the co-op, it will probably still outweigh the bad stuff that is also part of this game or franchise. So let's just see what 2K comes up with, of course. So in the meantime, let me know what you think about the announcement of this new Borderlands Pre-Sequel game, and well, let me know what you think, and if there's stuff you would like to see changed or fixed, then yeah, that would be awesome. So thanks for watching, leave comments, and thank you again.